So honestly, have you ever woken up one morning and thought, hey, let's cut the roof off the car? Yeah, we're definitely a different kind of breed. Or maybe just a couple of screws loose. Because we did buy this salvage auction GU Nissan Patrol. But hey, at least we've had some bloody fun rebuilding it so far.
Holy shit.
Now we get to kick it up a notch by doing surgery to this. And this. So if that tickles the taco, whoa, come back. And strikes the artichoke, make sure you smash that subscribe button because you're watching. Righto, ladies and gentlefolk, welcome back to another massive episode. If you missed the last one, we cut this off that. Let me say that again. We cut the roof off a freaking Patrol. And if that's not worth a subscribe, I don't know what is. And if it's not, it's gonna get a hell of a lot worse before it gets better. Because we still gotta cut all this off and the other side to reveal all the damage and start rebuilding it. And first person in the shotgun seat is actually Frecky. She's gonna get a freckleness on and she's gonna get on the drill, and come over this side and start on this panel here. So this quarter's coming off, but before we do that, we've got to get this drip mold off up here. She's got about 1 billion spot welds to actually drill off here. Hey Frecky, you're gonna be tired after this one. And then once this is off, then we've got this big quarter panel to get off as well to reveal everything on here. And I sort of got a tickle up here. I sort of went a bit hammer and tong up here with the grinder, but you know, you guys didn't see that. I'll weld that back up and spray that in once we get all this off, but oh, jeez. I have no idea. May focus here. I don't know. That was really unexpected. But all right, keep main focus is to get this quarter panel off, then we can move on to the other side, all right? Before we absolutely lose our shit, we'll get going on it. So after discreting all the air built up in my body, Freckles got ready by scaling the ladder that was built in the 1700s and started tackling these spot welds. A little bit more. That'll do, donkey.
Just that?
Yeah. So while Freckles drilled out spot weld after spot weld, I continue getting this quarter panel ready for removal, taking out any remaining electrical cables, clips, and marking out all the, yep, you guessed it, spot welds. Alrighty, Frecky, how'd you go?
Piece of piss, mate.
Piece of piss? Alright, you got another about.
I was really...
You got 800 to go. You got about 800 to go, so.
Yeah.
So what'd you do, about 40?
A sweat moustache, like, yeah, it's full on. My wrist hurts.
I'm still stuck on sweat moustache. All right, so now we've got to go through, hammer and chisel this bit off. I've still got to cut this relief cut here. So as you can see, there's a join which overlaps there. And this is from the factory, a relief cut here. They didn't make one piece. So we've got to go knock that off, and then we're jumping on the corner, which has about, I'd say about 300 spot welds. And you're on the gun. Nah, I couldn't do it to her, so we end up swapping it up. Freckles jumping onto the hammer and chisel, and I went crazy drilling out the quarter panel spot welds. And I must say, I'm being pretty impressed so far with the drill bits from Temu. To my surprise, I'm still running the same bit from when I actually first started this whole job. So yeah, not actually bad at all. But after Freckles finished up her bit, we then had to sort of saw through this sealer section in a very unconventional way to get this drip rail off. And there we go, one drip rail off. And players at home, which area reckon was done by Freckles? And which area was done by yours truly?
You said that didn't have to be lit.
There we go. Hey, but this This experience is all about learning. Yeah, I know. Hang on, I was getting there. So that's her first attempt. Oh, wobble magoggy, and I was like, and I was like, holy crap on a crusket! I'm not going to give it the hammer again. Look at that. But give me the but. But look at this effort. She's drilled and chiseled and hammered that off. Look at that.
Don't film me though, because I'm like...
Yeah, I know, I've discreted so much liquid it probably would have filled that water tank.
It's dripping from my knees. It's disgusting.
You got sweat dripping from you. Oh, but look at that job. That is sweet. That is so good. Keep that going. Then we'll have 2 drip molds off. And then we can bang over to this quarter. But I think I'm going to have to put another bath between there and there. Maybe. Possibly. I reckon we might have to do that. Hey, Frecky? Oh, I just want to go jump in that rain. It is beautiful out there.
And one very important thing that you must do always in the auto body world is priming absolutely everything as soon as you bloody can. Even if it's just a layer of edge primer like I'm doing here, it's better than raw steel exposed to the air and the natural elements. And with a quick couple of cuts and with a few little wiggles, the other side drip mold was then reunited with its brother from the same vehicle. That didn't rhyme at all. Awkward. But one thing I have noticed with this build, it's definitely turned into more of a family rebuild, even getting help from the shortest of ones. And speaking of short, I think we're a bit light on the support beams inside the vehicle, especially one side to the other side. So I measured up and cut one to size.
Oh, like a glove. Look at that.
And welded on in.
So we just got an extra support bar up in there. Again, I'm not a welder. Don't look at the welds. They're just splattered bat poo everywhere. So, but they hold. No. They hold. So we had to put that one in there because we didn't want it to go when up in this top section, so we just put an extra support bar in, but we've got to make a quick measurement. Frecky, hold that one, up the top one. Is that on point or is that on point? That is on point, and that should be double check. 1351, yeah, it is. Boom. And now, all right, so we're moving on to this quarter panel. So I've got all my relief cuts marked out. So we're gonna cut this one, even though this one's the actual line that we're actually cutting on. There's gonna be that little bit of fudge factor again, because again, we have never done this. So this is like first for everything for us, definitely. And then we've got another cut up there. So that's gonna be the new quarter over this way. So that's going to be the first cut, and this is where it's actually going to get welded on from that one. And then up the back here, Frecky, you've been going hard at work at a really, like, let's call it how it is. It's a pretty crappy job, to be honest, trying to get the seam sealer out of here, Freck.
Yeah, it's not.
You've been getting the crappy jobs lately. We'll give you a good job soon. We'll give you a good one soon. But in this quarter panel, we actually have to take this whole bucket, this actual light bucket here as well, because it is mangled and stuff. So it's actually hard to find the spot welds here, but we've got to go all the way down through here, take this whole bucket, where this one, we'll leave this light bucket on and actually go in this line and take this one out when we do this quarter.
So we jumped to work after a quick little water break.
Ah, thanks little one. Oh, thank you.
And yes, she is as crazy as I am.
There you go. Thanks little Grommy.
But the next bit required a little bit of manual labour, removing the wheel and tyre, but we'll do this with a little bit of YouTube wizardry. And with that out of the way, we can actually see how clean this vehicle really is. And another thing we found out, this thing had drilled and slotted rotors. Yeah, we're actually still finding out things about this bloody rig. And yes, to the YouTube police, I do have a jack stand under there. Safety first, kids. And with the spot welds around the wheel arch are all done.
But one thing I don't regret is learning this hack. getting a garage office roller chair. These things are absolutely brilliant, and you can pick them up for next to nothing or even free. Depends how savvy you are. So we got 2 of them, just old office chairs. Absolutely awesome, and you get to scoot around the garage, and even the grommies get to have a little bit of fun when we're not working, having little races on these bloody things. But yeah, the spot welds, they're starting to take a toll. They're absolutely everywhere, and maybe you guys were right. Maybe we just should have rebodied this thing and saved ourselves the trouble. But anyway, we'll keep persisting and getting all these out, and hopefully, yeah, get this quarter off very, very soon.
But it wasn't going to come off until we get these cuts done.
Right, we've had a little bit of a setback, and I'll turn around, I'll show you. So basically, I wanted to get this rear taillight bucket out in one piece with the corner panel, but the way it's stacked and layered, I can't do that. It's got another bit up inside there, which is all, I can't even get in there with the drill and stuff like that. Plus down on this bottom section down here on this pinch weld, there's 3 layers, and one of the layers, which is attached to the rear bucket itself, goes all the way up in there. So I'm gonna have to do twice the amount of work is actually go up here, release this quarter panel first, and then come back, then release the bucket, and then do it all that way. So I'm starting to knock over all these welds, and then I've jumped onto hammer and chiseling out, which is everyone's favorite job. Not really, but we're getting there. And this bit up here, absolute pain in the prick. Like, this is, you can't get the chisel in there, so this is getting all deformed and stuff. So I have to hammer and dolly all this back into place. Not this one, but I'm just, you know, practicing for that one, because I want that one really clean, and I want this mating surface really clean. So I'm not trying to stuff up here as well. A little bit of work in here. You probably pick up this little corners around a bit, and it's that way, not that way, that way. So that will have to get panel beater back into place for the new corner. But yeah, twice the amount of work going on than what I thought, but I'm still loving it.
And also loving the fact that this little grommet can't keep away from the tools at the minute. And yeah, that goes the same for Freckles.
Right, we're almost there, sort of there, and as Steffi keeps going over there with the seam sealer, what a gal, look at her, what a machine. She does so well, and we're sweating and all sorts of liquid coming out of us at the moment, but we're almost here with this quarter panel. As you can see, it's all floppy and flimsy up the top here around this top bracket, so you can see how it comes apart in layers. So this outer layer here, up through here, and then back down on this side here. So this is all clean and pulled apart, but she's still tight around this sort of area. And I went investigating, and on the inside here, she's chocked up with this black tarry, I don't know, foamy sort of seam sealer stuff. I've never seen that before, but I come across it up in here as well, behind this little, so the window goes in here, and there's like a little vent. This must be when you close the doors and stuff, and then it lets the pressure out from inside the cab so it doesn't blow your windows out. But these black foamy stuff was up in here too. So I've had to do a little bit of research, and there's no real way of trying to get this off. This is going to be a bit of a mission. I don't really know. So, but I've found that if you heat it up, like I've seen a couple of people heat it up with a blowtorch, but we haven't got a blowtorch because we're like broke.
We've got a heat thing.
Yeah, we've got the heat gun, So we might try the heat gun through here. So I think this is the only bit until we get the quarter off. Oh, I'm getting excited now. So I think we'll try a little bit of heat gun here, because we're gonna try our best, because this is the template and the practice panel, like the roof. So we've got to do it properly. We can't just tear it off, because we've got to do it to that one over there again. So we've got to do the process properly, so we get perfect at, I don't know any other P's. I was going with P's there. So we'll just get the heat on it and see if this relieves it. Plus we've got seam sealer, I think, around here too. So we'll try, I don't know. You're learning with us once again.
But before we crank up the heat gun, there is one matter that we have to discuss first.
No. No, they didn't. Oh.
That one up, please.
Yuck, look how big it is. All right, to throw a little bit of context of what's actually happened if you only tuned in for this video, I made a pact or a deal with everyone, all the subscribers and stuff, to see if they'd comment on the top post of a previous video. If they got 100 likes on there, I'd have to eat this thing, which is some septic, juiced up, bloody hot pickle.
That's been sitting in our fridge for the
which
last
has
year.
no expiry date whatsoever.
100% got 100 likes. It's over 100.
Over 100, all right. Tear here, no refrigerator needed.
It's been in the fridge, so there you go. Count yourself lucky.
Okay, things you need to know about me. I can't drink beer. I'm a spirit drinker. I just can't drink beer, and I hate hot stuff. It just makes an absolute water full of brown stuff and paint and bowl brown after anything that's hot. So, oh yuck! That is.
Can I sniff? Oh, whiff of that.
Oh,
That looks disgusting.
it's too hot. I can already smell the hotness in there.
Oh, yeah, it is hot. I'm sorry, but that looks disgusting.
Look how fat it is.
You gotta do one swallow.
It's hot.
Quick. Isn't that bad?
The juice is so hot. My eyes are watering already.
Oh my gosh, this is disgusting.
I'm a man of my word. And this is gonna hurt so bad later. How do people eat these things?
Hot and spicy flavour, and it's made in the US, so they don't stinge on their hot stuff. Any sweat beads coming yet?
I need some milk. It's hot. All you guys have voted, you're all a-holes. Oh. I'm gonna end up in hospital with food poisoning from a pickle. Well done.
Yuck, your tongue is green.
Man of my word. I'm getting back to it.
You have to drink the juice too.
Oh, fuck it. Get out, go away. I'm getting back to work.
There's still some juice.
Oh, yuck.
Don't want to drink.
No, I need some milk.
So we cranked up the heat gun to 1 million. And warmed up the area hotter than the face of the sun. And after a few minutes, it actually seemed to work.
Come on, Frankie, come on, Frankie. The quarter's coming off, the quarter's coming off. I haven't got ADHD, by the way. A lot of people have been asking that. I'm just a closet weirdo, okay? So, but yeah, the actual can confirm. Oh, come on. You just cut me up inside. You cut me to the bone then. You cut me to the bone then. But anyway, the heat gun worked. The heat gun melted away this foamy black tarry, whatever this stuff is, this sealant. I don't know. Autobody guys, tell me what it is because I needed to put it back on. But now this little bead, there's a lip inside here and this little bead of sealant here is giving me grief. It won't come off with heat. It doesn't matter how much I manipulate it, it just won't come off. So what have I got to do? This is all loose. I've got to try to do it with actually not bending the panel around here because for some reason this corner, come on, it's going to come off. I can feel it in my loins. Oh, it's getting there. Oh. Hang on. Oh, there we go. There's another release.
Wow.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
This is scary.
Oh my God, look at this car. So that's the bead. That was it. Oh, it's a tiny little bead. That was holding the whole thing on. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Look how clean inside is.
Oh, not
Well, that, well, it's a 20-year-old car plus car. Like that's.
Shazza on the job, mate.
Shazza, no. No, Shazza's not coming back. I'm a weirdo, she's next level. But now we've got this. We've got to get this bucket out. That's next. Oh, I could have got it, oh no. Here, this is this bit that I couldn't get to.
Oh yeah.
In here, these little bits here. Yeah, what? 5 welds and I could have got that and that at the same time, but anyway. That's auto body. That's auto body. All right, I'll put this back and we'll get on to that.
What's going on, mate? You're looking a little bit flat today.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've come on to a realisation that maybe, possibly, probably, we've taken on a little bit more than we can chew. It's like one of these things in your life. I think everyone goes through it where they've taken on something really ambitious and yeah, you just got to tell yourself inside your head, if you keep on smiling, it's going to work out all okay. It's going to work out, I think, hopefully. But in all honesty, this is a massive undertaking, even for an experienced shop with all the tools and, you know, the know-how and knowledge of actually doing this. Not even just for one quarter panel replacement roof and another quarter panel. I keep forgetting that we've still got the front end to do. So we've still got this radiator support right up here at the inner wing and the attachment and massaging and repairing of the actual corner of this firewall. So not even when I get this mess at the back finished, I've still got to do all the front up here with Freckles, of course. She's been an absolute gun helping me and everything, but yeah, the pile of bloody panels is stacking up and it's just only going to get worse. But like I said, it's all about making small goals to make a big goal. So my goals today is make little small goals around this quarter panel and make a big goal of getting this whole side cut off today, believe it or not.
So as Freckles worked on the sacrifice body, well, most of the time until she got distracted, I continued to chip away at the other side quarter panel until I could chip no more, because I chipped my way into another bloody issue.
Oh, but now we come to the exciting but scary part at the same time. But anyway.
Yes, but we have an issue, don't we?
Yes, thanks Freckles, we do have an issue. So
It's not really an issue, it's just more work.
Problem solving, and the old ticker's getting a bit of a rundown. So basically, going in layman terms, we've run into the same issue that we did with the quarter panel on that side with the taillight bucket over there, where we couldn't bring it out the exact same time. It's happened on this as well. So my thought was I could release all this pillar all up here, do a relief cut up there, and then tag all of that all at once, inner and outer on that, inner and outer through here. That's a big fat no, because this one here runs through all the way up the inside of this up until this panel there, and same on the other side, which I'm taking anyway. But if I want to take it, I've got to take all of this at the same time, which I'm not going to do. So basically, it's given me a bucket load more work and a bucket load more bloody spot welds to drill out, which I was over it. I'm going to have nightmares about spot welds. So basically I've got to do all these spot welds up here now and all down here and take just the outer skin off first and then do the inner and everything all at once. So yeah, fun and games, but it's not going to do itself. Back to drilling.
But with the calming sound of the drill massaging and marinating my brain, I come up with an ingenious workaround. Well, ingenious for me, which is kind of rare, but you'll get what I mean.
Right, change of plans. The old ticker has finally kicked in and my brain's working, and I've come up with a solution with the problem, because either way, because this panel runs up through here, I would have had to do a relief cut underneath that, and I'm like, well, why not do the relief cut back here and save me all the bloody problem? Look. Now, I don't have to do all of this, even though I already started, but you know, as I was doing this, I was thinking, I'm like, let's just put the relief cut back here. So that just saves everything. So all I have to do is do a couple of spot welds through here. I'll do a couple of relief cuts, so that gives me a little bit of, you know, fudge factor as I usually do. And boom, problem bloody solved. Look, yeah. And then basically I've already started We've got a double skin up here, so there won't be, you know, double relief cuts in the same area. It's staggered. The strength will be still there. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that.
But now with the momentum restored, we get to ripping off the wheel and tyre to get to the spot welds. Knock them all out and straight onto the relief cuts.
We've got 2 more cuts. I'm getting nervous. And we got to see if our theory is correct. Am I yelling? Okay. How's this better? Is this better? We've got this cut, 1 more cut. And we can see if this theory down here works. Oh! We've got this little one down here. I'll show you while I've got the camera on. So over here on the other one, it's all rusted around with holes. I don't know if it's a common problem, but we'll save that bit and weld that bit in because there's a pod from the flare that comes over the top of there anyway. So we'll do that as well. So that's the last cut. Everything's starting to be, well, that's not sort of loose because it's got the whatever that spongy grey stuff in there.
Heat up, yeah.
Yeah, we've got to heat up, but she's all floppy. Oh, this is going to be the most monumental thing about this whole build is getting this side off. Well, putting the side back on maybe, but for now, this is the most monumental thing.
But this side was always going to be a lot harder than the other. Just due to the pure size of the panel being cut off. But we had to be persistent and we moved on forward to get the heat gun out.
What'd you do? Cut yourself?
Fighting back. That's what it's doing. Bloody spot weld. Missed one. Get some.
Now with the final spot weld drilled out, this enormous panel was so close to being finally attached from the vehicle.
Franco, need a hand, please. Oh, come on, quick. This bloody thing nearly fell on me. Oh, see? All right, I'll try to go by myself again. I was under there and the whole thing went. All right, I think it's just tied up there. No, ready? And this is going to test the theory out, ready? We hooked up. Oh my God, I got it! Look at that! I can't even lift it. Conqueror! All day. Oh, that is bloody awesome.
And if you look, you can see all the spot welds. Like, there are so many. They're everywhere.
Do not swear to me. Do not say spot weld ever again. I'll put this down. Look how big this panel is. Oh my God. Is that sturdy? Hey, look at that. She's sturdy. Oh, what's this stuff? Oh, that's that foamy stuff. Whoa. It did it, we did it. We did it. We're halfway. This is the halfway point. Sorta. I don't know if it is or not, but I think we've got a long road ahead of us, and we thank you guys for actually tuning in every week and giving us the support and the comments and the likes and everything. And on that note, if you do like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. I want that out of my body already. That is
Don't lie, you loved every bit of it.
That was mank. That was so bad.